guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a reading for the murder of Faith Hedgepath, who was an undergraduate student in her third year at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. She was found in her apartment by a friend on the morning of September the 7th, 2012. She was beaten over the head with a blunt instrument and later found out to be an empty liquor bottle. Evidence apparently showed semen and male DNA was present at the crime scene. So we are going to look into Faith's murder and try to get some answers on who killed her. So let's get to it. Spirit guides, guardian angels, please join me. Spirit guides, can you please show me with the tarot who killed Faith Hedgepath on September the 7th, 2012. Who killed her? Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, the Devil card in reverse, and the World card. Can you please show me what was the motive for the murder of Faith Hedgepath? Seven of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Tower. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Pentacles in reverse. And the Temperance card. Okay. Alright. And on the bottom is the Two of Swords in the reverse position. So let's look at this. Okay, so to be open and honest about what I'm feeling, I do feel that her roommate, allegedly, in my opinion, is the person who ended her life. And I think that it was due to a breaking point, some type of festering fear that the friend of hers had, about suspicions between Faith and possibly her boyfriend. Maybe even the boyfriend said that she was hitting on her, or she was hitting on him, or trying to get with him, and that was why Faith didn't want her to be with him. Something like that, it seems. Because, again, the Nine of Swords is paranoia, some type of past decision or something in the past that she's scared about or has fears of, as well as like paranoia and mental health issues, which she could have definitely been suffering with because of her jealousy. It could fester into that. It also points to her getting help from a friend and advice about how, she can possibly get away with what happened. So the Devil in reverse, is ensuring her freedom and independence from the situation. So, making it seem like when it happened or when it occurred, she was independent from the situation. She was not there. And, hopefully turn suspicion away from her involvement and make it appear it's just something that she walked into, or she possibly had planned for somebody else to make the discovery, but she ultimately ended up having to do it. The Devil card also points to her making the needed changes and adjustments to make the crime scene or make the scene look how she wanted it to, which would be very sexually, um, leaning sexually. So I don't know for sure how the male DNA got there, but I'm pretty sure that she has something to do with it. It getting there, and that was to point it away from her. I believe that she committed the act, and anything else was secondary. I do feel like one other friend helped, and a male was somehow involved. If he knew about it, I don't know. Probably the male that she ended up leaving with, I think they said. It might be him, and maybe that's why he didn't take her back, because he didn't know, and she was going to use his DNA, possibly. Who knows? But the World card shows the completion of her plans, achieving what she wanted. It shows success, all of her efforts that night paying off. It was a very rash, emotionally driven kind of decision that was made. Um, the person who brought the news to the world is the key and connected to everything, which would be the roommate. That happened. So, this is who did it. For me, it's her. So the motive, so the Seven of Wands in reverse is a card of surrender, being overtaken by competition, not being able to defend yourself, overwhelmed by all the responsibilities and problems that you have, feeling like, basically she had no choice. Faith was in such a weakened state. She was, obviously failed to be able to defend herself. Faith lost her energy and her, willpower to fight and overcome her and the challenges that she was facing. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is being and acting very irresponsibly. It's also related to movement and change and action. This will be changing the circumstances, changing the change of scenery, changing the location that she was actually going to be at, trying to, change the way that it's perceived again. It's also accounts for her struggling to carry the weight of what she did, and needing to find inner peace, a balance of her emotions, so that she can hopefully put on a good show. You know what I mean? She made risky decisions. This could be with the Knight of Pentacles. She could have went with a guy that night simply to do and get what she needed to have a male's, in there. And that was very reckless and impulsive. The Tower is what she needed to avoid. She needed to have the false pretense of something happening and the truth not being known. So she made very sudden changes and played damage control, kind of. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse is procrastination, as in procrastinating when the news is given, obviously. It's also impatience, so maybe she was supposed to wait longer. She was wanting someone else to find her, so she was going to wait that out, but it didn't happen, and she wanted to hurry up and get it over with. It's possible that she didn't have, that maybe Faith was in the bedroom and the guy was there, and he didn't even know that Faith was there, and the DNA got there that way. That's possible as well, because it seems like possibly she was planning for someone else to make the discovery, but she initially ended up having to do it because she was very impatient, and her fear and anxiety got to her, and she had to go back and get it over with. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse is basically her giving the bad news, having to be the person that's material, the giving the bad news in the matters of the earth, basically. She's the one that had to deliver that news, and she waited, but she didn't wait long enough. But she waited long enough to get advice, get centered, and have help in order to accomplish emotionally, bring everything into alignment and into balance so that she could effectively try to get away with what she did. And she did get away with it. She did do that. I don't, I mean, they were drinking. I feel like some festering emotions, maybe they had been fighting previously, for maybe months at a time, even. Maybe even Faith was going to be leaving, and she felt like she wanted to be with her man, and that's the reason that she had encouraged her to break up with him. And, she felt like Faith got a lot of attention. Faith's energy feels like the kind that like lectures her friends because she cares, not because she wants to. She's kind of like a mom to them. Tries to keep them from making dumb mistakes, if that makes sense. So she kind of pushes you, but it feels like nagging, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's what I see. She's a very, very beautiful young girl, and I hate that this happened to her. I don't know. It's just not looking like it will be solved, but at least not right now. But the potential is there because there's several people. Specifically, I'm picking up 3 that know the truth. Maybe even there at the time. Let me know what you guys think. Love ya.